Ladies and gentlemen, as a distinguished group of Ghanaians, CEOs, your contributions can elevate Ghana's political discourse from sheer rhetoric and disingenuous manipulation of information to real issue-based civic discourse. This is what I have championed over the years, a focus on issue-based and data-backed public conversations. One such topic is how to reignite the business economy of Ghana. Many of you CEOs, especially those of you who do business outside Ghana, will know that the challenges we face are common in or to our sub-regional peers, and even throughout the global economy. More than ever, there is a need for continuous innovation if we are to triumph over the challenges that we face as a country. This is why I am proposing to upgrade Ghana through innovative, bold solutions.
Business is business and must not be treated as politics. And on this score, I recommend that state-owned enterprises be made to run as businesses. I don't belong to the school which believes that government has no business doing business. I believe government has business doing business, but it must do it as business. When it comes to advocating for businesses, as soon as one business gets an advantage, then it shuts up and allows the rest to suffer. So we are what I call a collective and individualistic people. And it is important that businesses come together to interact with politicians as business together.
If Ghana will have 10 top businessmen, how much did we pick from IMF? My business can generate government $3.2 billion every year. Is government looking at me straight? If you build 5 of my businesses and you want to go to IMF, you can call McDan, you can call Margin, you can call the rest. It's happening in Nigeria, backdoor.
And for me, notwithstanding all the statistics you're throwing around, is a trend that really worries me. I'll step back and say that what we use to measure a country's performance is the GDP. Now, the simple position is GDP is achieved through CEOs, owners of business, owners of heads of institutions. So CEOs are in the lead when it comes to generating the GDP, which will determine the development level of the country.
Ghana being a developing country means there's a huge dose of social work that government has to do. And we sit here very conflicted. If you look at the manifestos, it's full of promises to deliver non-productive goods and services to the generality of Ghanaians. They have no means to do that other than to tax those of you in this room.
Technology cannot be the goal for any country. Technology is only a tool for progress. But for this progress to achieve, the fundamentals need to be correct. You can get the best of technology for your Tesla car, but if there are no wheels, the car wouldn't move. And that's the same thing which applies to a nation.
We as CEOs have been too docile when it comes to the issues of state. We have surrendered the whole space to the politicians. And it's because for all of us as businesses, we also become very selfish. What is it that we are getting is only our focus. So when it comes to issues of advocacy to save the country, we will not.
We are currently confronted with over-regulation in the system. So when we go out there, we are speaking all the positives about the economy, an economy which we believe is resilient, an economy which is future-proof. economy which has a lot of promise and opportunity.
All the sentiments that have been expressed are not only coming from businesses, but even from international watchers and those that we collaborate with. The Economic Intelligence Unit highlighted 2 key risks in the last quarter of the financial year. The first one is the fact or the likelihood that businesses are going to face increased tax burden in the last quarter of the year, and then intensified political activity affecting the business of government. As you can see what is happening in Parliament, intensified political activity is affecting the business of government.
On behalf of the Chief Executives Network, we have signed a social contract today with 7 commitments and 2 outcomes as we become the Business Council of Ghana to help anyone who emerges as the President of Ghana. I believe this is a great commitment. On behalf of the CEO Network, we also want to present this thank you to the Vice President of Ghana.
A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.